Hi everybody, Jennifer Blevin-Smith with Integral Clinic Solutions, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Navigating the Business of Medicine. Today we're going to talk about NDC numbers, National Drug Code numbers. These are super important because you need to have them attached to any drugs that you bill on the claim so that they can be paid for at the payer level. An NDC number is 11 digits and you can find it either on the actual bottle of the medication or the packaging. And the most easy way to set this up if you have an EHR system is to go into the CPT codes, find that J code, CPT code, because drugs are J codes, and there should be a spot to document that NDC code so that anytime you bill that specific CPT code, it will automatically attach the NDC code to the claim. A lot of times you have to do this manually because so many doctors bill so many different drugs. There's no way an EHR system is going to be able to have all of that readily available and assigned already. So a lot of times they will tell you that you need to go in before you start using the EHR system and you need to take your most common CPT codes, J codes for drugs that you're going to be using and billing out, and attaching those NDC codes in the master directory file, whatever they call it. So if they haven't talked to you about that yet and you're in the process of setting up a new EHR, you're going to want to ask them. It is time consuming, but once you do it once, it's done, so it's really nice. Some things you need to be aware of is that an NDC number may be different from dose to dose for the same drug or a different formulation. So if a injectable is different than an oral, then it might have different NDC numbers. So you just want to make sure that all of your NDC numbers accurately match whatever J code you're using, and that the J code is accurately reflecting the name of the drug, the dose of the drug, and the form of the drug. Buyandbill.com is very helpful. It's a free website that you can sign up for, and you can go on and you can put J codes in and it will tell you the medication, the dose, it will tell you the billing units and how to bill it properly if you're going to be using it, and that will always help because those will also be tied to the NDC numbers and the CPT codes, and they all kind of go together when you're setting it up in your EHR. So you'll want to make sure you're referencing that when you're adding the NDC numbers and checking where the CPT codes are in the EHR. I will put the link for buyandbill.com in the description for the video so that you can check it out, bookmark it if you want, sign up for it, etc. The one thing that you need to know is that NDC codes are also assigned to vaccines. If you participate in vaccines for children, or VFC, where the government supplies you with vaccines to give to children under Medicaid or have no insurance, then those NDC numbers are going to be different than the NDC numbers for the vaccines that you actually pay for and give. For example, let's say you give IPV, the polio vaccine, in your office, and you pay for some polio doses that you bill to insurance for kids who have commercial insurance, and you have a lot of VFC supplied polio for kids who are on the program that you do not bill the insurance for it. Even though they're the same exact vaccine, they are the same dose, they're the same form, they're going to have separate NDC numbers because when it gets billed to the insurance, because you're still going to have to document that you gave it, and you're still going to have to show the insurances that you gave it, and it's going to come through on the claim, but it won't have a charge for the VFC, but it will still be entered with the CPT code to identify it as a VFC vaccine to Medicaid or wherever it's going. They're going to use the NDC code on their end to make sure that you gave the correct allotted vaccine that they supplied to you. And the vice versa is true as well. The commercial insurance is going to check the NDC code for that polio vaccine at the commercial insurance company to make sure that you gave the billable version of that vaccine that you paid for as a company up front that they will be reimbursing you for. I hope that makes sense, but it's really important that whomever is setting up your inventory and the NDCs in your system, associating them with those J codes and those CPT codes, that they are putting the proper NDC codes with the proper drugs that are proper for formulation, proper dose, form, and how they're supplied. So that attention to detail is really important. I see so many claims that come back because the NDC doesn't match the drug that was given, or it's an invalid NDC number. A lot of times those NDC numbers, they're 11 digits, but they might be only 9 digits on the drug. So your EHR company will tell you how to fill in those missing digits so that it will read appropriately with the full 11 digits at the insurance company. For example, an NDC number is usually 5 numbers, a dash, 4 numbers, a dash, 2 numbers, but you might get one that has 4 numbers, and 1 number, and you're missing that extra 2 at the end. So you have to use a 0 as a placeholder to show and make it that full 11. And it can be really confusing. There are forms that people can give you to show you how to properly input them, but be aware that if you don't have a full 11 digits, that the insurance will reject it. NDC codes are really important to payers. That's how they're going to reimburse you for any kind of medications or vaccines that you're giving in your clinic. So you need to make sure that whomever is in charge of entering those in the system understands why it's important, understands NDC codes, and understands how they need to make sure that they're assigning the correct NDC code to the correct drug and the correct CPT code. If you have any questions, put that in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for future videos, I would love to hear from you, so leave those in the comments as well. Smash the thumbs up button if today's video was helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with anybody in your practice or colleagues or in your network of people that would benefit from watching my videos. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.